America is football. Football is
America is
America.
football,
Let's
and football
go.
is America. If you don't like it, you can kiss your candy ass. This is a moment in time. I'm giving 10. Oh my God.
No.
You love this.
It's 30 to 27. Chiefs win. Chiefs win 30 to 20.
Woo! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the Ravens and Chargers. What a first half. It is 14 to 13. The Ravens opening up the second half with the football. This is going to be a good game right down to the end. And I don't think you can predict a winner, honestly. I don't think you can. And I definitely don't think any of these teams are going to pull away. This is going to be a battle. This is going to be a battle all the way to the end. And the Ravens, it's so important that they get this win because they're coming off a loss and they play the Eagles next week. So they could very easily lose 3 in a row if they don't get the win tonight. So the sense of urgency, it is at an all-time high for both of these teams. And both teams look like they are coached really well. They are very prepared for this game. We got Liam Wolf. What's up, Liam? 3rd and 9. Chargers bringing pressure. They're going to check it down to Mark Andrews, and Mark Andrews was able to pick up the first down. They could have made the tackle. And stopped him short, but Mark Andrews, a big guy, hard to bring down. Was that Derwin James that had an opportunity to hit him? No, that was somebody else. I think that was probably the nickel corner. We got Daniel Barry Sports Highlights in the chat. What's up, Daniel? First down's going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry to the 45-yard line. Ravens 5 yards away from midfield. All right, gotta log in and see what's going on right now. 630. All right, so it's going to be 2nd and 7 after the run. Good opening drive so far for the Ravens, but they've only picked up 1 first down. 2nd and 7 is going to be another handoff, and that is going to get stopped. And that is going to bring up 3rd and 10, and the refs had to tell him to chill out because he was at Tierre Tart. He makes this play. I mean, he just blows up this running play. Derrick Henry is one of those runners that if you're going to stop him, you got to stop him behind the line. If you give him 3 yards of room, he picks up that speed. He's a nightmare to bring down. You got to stop him before he picks up that speed. 3rd and 10. Lamar rolling out, trying to avoid pressure, throwing downfield. Wow, Zay Flowers, big time completion, big time throw. And that is so deflating. The Chargers, twice in a row, had the Ravens in a 3rd and longish. And the Ravens with ease just convert. Look at this. What is this? So he threw this ball at the 30. That is like a 35-yard pass, like a 30-yard completion. Fakes the handoff. Lamar's going to throw it on 1st down. Steps up into the pocket, throwing downfield. Oh, it was almost intercepted. Intended for Zay Flowers, nearly picked off by Fulton in the back of the end zone. And he is kicking himself right now. Oh. Man, 2nd and 10. Lamar, he's gonna run it. It's a designed run, and it's gonna go for a loss. So good job. They played that very well. They played that well. Touchdown scorers. Let's see, Lamar and Rashad Bateman are the two touchdown scorers for the Ravens, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. Can they get the Ravens off the field? Say Flowers. Ooh, this is going to be a interesting decision. It's going to be 4th and 4, and Ravens are going to kick it. Justin Tucker has been struggling. Very uncharacteristic mistakes have been made by Justin Tucker in the past. He missed from 53, 47, 46, 50, 55. This is that area, 45-yard field goal. Snap, hold, kick is good. And that must be a weight off of his shoulder. All right. I'm going against Justin Tucker and Derrick Henry. All right. So the Ravens drive down, get some points. The Chargers now opportunity to respond, get the touchdown, make it a 3-point game, take a 3-point lead. Um, this, this game I think for both teams is interesting because right now the Chargers are, I believe, the 6th seed and the Ravens are the 5th seed. Wait, the Ravens are the 5th seed, yeah. But if the Chargers beat the Ravens, then I think the Chargers would move to the 5 seed, and the Ravens would move to the 6 seed. And if they lost to the Eagles next week and Denver beat Cleveland, I think they would move to the 7 seed. Now, even if that happened, I mean, the worst team in the playoffs right now, I guess, would be Denver with 7 wins. The closest in the hunt team has 5 wins, and that team's the Dolphins. And the Dolphins play Green Bay on Sunday. So um, it seems like to me, I believe the playoffs are already done. Like I think the way it is right now are all the teams going in, we're just playing for seeding, and that's what makes this game really important. Herbert takes the handoff. Now he's going to check it down to his fullback, and damn, he took a big hit. There we go. That was Roquan Smith. 2nd and 3. Herbert hands it off. Wow. Harrison blows it up, and all of a sudden it's going to be third and what? Third and 6. Here's Herbert on 3rd and 5. Throwing, caught. First down. Palmer. No. Yes, Palmer. I don't know how he did it. Justin Herbert. Man, he's playing good football right now. Herbert 15 for 20, 147 yards, 17 rushes, and 1 rushing touchdown. It's crazy. The Ravens, I was going through their stats, and it was like for the Chargers, and it was like trying to find the last rushing touchdown the Chargers gave up. And I was like a month into the pass. Herbert is going to take off running, and there's a flag. We'll see if this is going to be holding. Ooh, that's a tough hold. That's a tough hold. And who is that? 75. Greg Roman. Herbert, 2nd and 17, looking to pass. Caught. That was a great catch. He needed to have very strong hands to make this catch. This is one of those balls where if he doesn't extend his hands and meet the ball at its furthest point, or to wait for the ball to come to his body, it would have been broken. Full extension, and then to be able to squeeze that ball and secure it. That was a great catch. 3rd and 8. Herbert avoiding the blitz. Wow, that was amazing. Herbert just sidestepped Wiggins, who was coming in. Nate Wiggins coming in on the corner blitz. He just steps up, buys a little time, and throws a dart. Man, Herbert, coaching that AFC West is putting the NFL on display, saying that coaching matters a lot. crazy to see the Chargers and the Broncos with Sean Payton and Jim Harbaugh. Boy, oh boy, does coaching matter a lot. Here we go, 2nd and 11. Oh, man. Trying to set up a slip screen. We got Angel in the chat. What's up, Angel? Humphrey putting pressure on Herbert, and man, it's almost better that that was incomplete because that was going to get blown up. They were trying to set up a little slip screen there to the running back. And Angel, I am good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing, buddy? And here is 3rd and 11 and just gets thrown out of bounds. As good as Herbert's been, that, all of a sudden that throw is like weird. Here's Cameron Dicker, 52-yard attempt. Keep it within one. Snap, hold, kick. Got it. 16-17. 16-17. Wow. All right. All right. Let's see. Live same game. Let's see. Quick bets. Baltimore Ravens 6th drive. Player to catch a pass. Let's see. Player to catch a pass on the 2nd drive. Is Zay Flowers starting to get going? Let's do Zay Flowers. 2 catches. Plus 750. Wow. $10 wins $75. Ooh, it's ballsy. I'm going for it. Won $140 on Sunday Night Football. I'm going to use some of it. All right. I need Zay Flowers to catch 2 balls on this drive. And plus 2,000 to score a touchdown on this drive. Let's see. $2 gets you 40. All right. I'm all in on Zay Flowers. I need 2 catches and a touchdown. And a field goal attempt, a punt, an offensive touchdown, any other. Let's see. How is this drive going to end for the Ravens? Let's see. A field goal attempt. An offensive touchdown. I'm going to say a field goal attempt. This is a good defense. All right. All right. So there's a couple ways we can win here. A touchdown to Zay Flowers or a field goal attempt. And Angel said, not bad, just hoping the Ravens come out on top. We got Liam Wolf. Are you guys doing any of the games on Thanksgiving or no? That is going to be a yes for me. Who you got, Liam? Bears or Lions? Liam going with the Bears. It's a bold take. Ooh, Lamar avoiding a sack, then stepping up and throwing it to Mark Andrews. That is just why Lamar is special, right there. Look at that. I mean, pressure in his face, and he just somehow just jukes this defensive lineman, buys a little bit of time, and then gets the ball to Mark Andrews. That is just remarkable. And you're going to hand it off to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's going to take it gain of 3, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. Lamar Jackson's going to keep it himself. And let's see what they say. It's got to be 4th and inches. Khalil Mack came up, takes the handoff to Henry. He keeps him. Henry, wow. Henry is going to run it all the way down to the 35. And this is what I'm talking about Derrick Henry. You got to stop him behind the line, or once he gets rolling, you're not going to bring him down. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys to take him down once he's really going downfield. He is just a beast. 99 yards on the ground today. Justice Hill with a gain here, but a flag comes in. Let's see if this is holding. King Henry. Yep. It's going to be holding on Patrick McCary. And, yep, that was definitely holding. And I saw some of it, but my internet went out, so I didn't have access. And I didn't get it turned back on until like midway through halftime. So I saw some highlights. All right, Wallace is going to pick up 16. 1st and 19. I thought we would see more Deontay Johnson, to be honest. All right, come on, Zay Flowers. I knew they were going to do that. I knew they were going to do that. Big 3rd down. Big third down for the Chargers. Zay Flowers in motion. Lamar, quick throw over the middle. They're going to mark him short. The ball came out, but they're going to say he was down, and they're going to mark him short of the line to gain, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. And let's see. Yep, he was short. Is John Harbaugh going to go for it again, or is he content with getting 3 points now that they have a makeable field goal? Wow, this is a good game. This is a really good game. Zay Flowers, 3 catches for 53 yards on the day. Wow, Jordan Addison went off. 8 receptions, 162 yards, and a receiving touchdown. 30 points on the bench. Nick Chubb, 19 points on the bench. There was a play that the Ravens were on 4th and 1 inside their 20-yard line. They went for it and got it. I would just get the point, honestly. They're up 1. I don't wanna risk going for it, but that's just my thoughts. Yeah, I would just take with the way their defense is playing right now, I think you gotta take the points. Like, if you're gonna go for it from your own 20 or your own 35, 40, I mean, maybe you're going for it because you don't wanna punt it, but the philosophy inside of a very makeable field goal, the philosophy might be different because, right, he hasn't denied the field goal to go for it. He's denied the punt to go for it. So, now we have to figure out, will he decline a field goal to go for it, not just the punt? They're going for it. Derrick Henry's got it. Alright, 3 fourth down conversions. And you know what they're doing? They're running right up the middle with Derrick Henry. And nobody touched Derrick Henry until he was already past the line to gain. Yeah, Zay Flowers. Let's go. Come on, one more to Zay Flowers. One more to Zay Flowers. Come on, one more to Flowers. Wow, Henry. First down inside the 10. First and goal. And Angel, I'm surprised too. I think it might be, you're playing your little brother. Derrick Henry. First and goal. He's going to run it for a gain of 3. Watch Lamar, right? They're running it with Derrick Henry. They are setting up the pull, the RPO. Here it comes. They're going to fake the run to Henry. Lamar's going to pull it back, and he's going to throw a touchdown pass to Zay Flowers. Incomplete. Oh, my goodness. 3rd and goal. Wow. Come on. Throw a touchdown pass to Zay Flowers. Oh, he was trying to throw it to Zay Flowers. Oh, I would have won $100. Oh. Zay Flowers in motion. Touchdown. Mark Andrews touchdown. Wow. The officials are getting together. What were they thinking about? Yeah, that's a clear catch. The Ravens are gonna go for 2. Lamar looking, off the hands of Zay Flowers. Alright, so it's gonna be a 7-point game. 7-point game. Alright, now let me see something. Uh, J.K. Dobbins has 40 rushing yards so far in the game. Mhm. 2 yards, 12 yards. Man, I was just looking at the first half. Wow. All right. Lad McConkey time. All right, so this will be the 7th drive. I have a feeling this game's gonna go to overtime. I really do. This game just feels like it's gonna go to overtime. Angel's gonna pee for the D. Nick said, "Hey, I actually made it to a stream. Ravens need to win because Broncos playoffs." That's true. But I don't really think if the Ravens lose, I don't think if the Ravens and Chargers, no matter who loses, I mean, both teams will be in the playoffs. You gotta think the Broncos, Ravens, and Chargers all have a essentially, they have a two-game lead on the Dolphins. The Dolphins only have 5 wins on the season. So, the Dolphins are playing the Packers on Sunday. So, I mean, if the Broncos beat Cleveland and the Packers beat the Dolphins, it's essentially over. I was saying this earlier, but I do believe as far as the playoffs go, I think we have a lot more information than we think. For the NFC, we know that the 1st seed is gonna be either the Lions or the Eagles, and we know the 2nd seed is gonna be the Lions or the Eagles. So, we already know the top 2 seeds of the NFC because the 2nd best record outside of the Lions and Eagles would be the Vikings, but because the Vikings aren't winning their division, they automatically go down as the 5th seed, and Green Bay would go down to the 6th seed. So, you take them out of the equation, and all that's left is the NFC South, the NFC West, and the NFC East. The division leader in the NFC South is Atlanta. They're not catching up to the Eagles or Lions. The NFC South or NFC East is Philly. NFC West, San Francisco, Seattle, Cardinals are not catching up to Philly. Will Dissly with a really clutch pickup on 2nd and 17 to make a manageable 3rd down. Oh, J.K. Dobbins is out for the game. Oh, of course he is. Unbelievable. Seriously. 3rd and 6. Here we go. Herbert looking. He has time. Now throwing. Flag. And contact and a flag. That was pretty light. That was pretty light contact. Oh, offsetting penalties. Offsetting penalties. Oh, man. All right, 3rd and 6. Chargers need to convert here. All right, 3rd and 6. Oh my god, he dropped it. Oh my god. We could knock the Chargers out if the Chargers lose this one and if we beat them. Uh, no. No, because the Chargers would have 5 losses if that was the case. Just because we have a better record than the Chargers doesn't mean the Chargers aren't going to be in the playoffs. The Chargers would need to lose basically they would need to lose like 5 of their last 6 or 4 of their last 6 they would need to lose. The 2 losses to the Ravens and Broncos wouldn't be enough because that would only put them at 5 losses, so they could still be an 11-5 team. And keep in mind, you gotta look at the teams in the hunt, right? I mean, if the Dolphins don't win their games, I mean, the Chargers and Broncos and Ravens could lose the rest of their games. If the Dolphins and Colts don't win theirs, it doesn't really matter. But all right, let's pull up the playoff picture. Let me explain what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so take a look. Okay, the Chiefs, Bills, it's not going to change. The Steelers, maybe they would come here. Um, the Ravens have to play the Eagles next week. So let's say they lose tonight and they lose to the Eagles. All of a sudden, they would be 7-6. But look, the Broncos, Chargers, and Ravens are all 7-win teams. The team that the Ravens would need to be worse than to get knocked out of the playoffs is the Dolphins. The Dolphins only have 5 wins, so the Ravens have a 2-game lead right now. So you're saying if the Broncos beat the Chargers and the Ravens beat the Chargers, they would be 7-5. But even if the Dolphins won their next 2, they're 7-6. So really, the Chargers need to lose 3 more football games. The Ravens lose 2 more football games, and they would be 7-6. But the Dolphins, I mean, they're playing Green Bay next week. The Colts are playing Detroit, or just played Detroit and lost. The Bengals, they're done. I mean, it's really to the point where if the Dolphins lose to Green Bay on Sunday and Denver beats Cleveland, whoever wins this game is going to have 8 wins. The Broncos would have 8 wins, and then the Ravens next week play the Eagles, and in that they would have 8 wins. The Dolphins lose, they would be 5-7. They would be 3 games back with 4 games left. I mean, the chances. I mean, look, the current playoff probability for the 8 seed is 16%. 21%, 14, less than 1. And then like the Broncos are at 73%. The Ravens are at 98 and 97. Even if they lose, see 91-86. Oh, can't show you. I'm telling you, the 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 teams making the playoffs in the AFC are already determined. All we're playing for right now is seeding. The Ravens want to move up to the 3 seed. They want an opportunity to host a playoff game. They want to win their division. The Chargers are, I mean, the Chiefs lost one. They're still hoping they can win the AFC West. That's the kind of stuff that teams are playing for at this point. Derrick Henry with the strong stiff arm. Nick said, don't they still have to get swept by the Chiefs? If we split with them and Miami keeps winning, they get in by being the number 2 in that division, right? No, no. Miami would need to win out, but they still have to play Buffalo and Green Bay. It's not gonna But it's not even just Miami winning out. You know what I mean? Because Miami is back 2 games back from Denver. So you need Miami to win out, and you need Denver to not win against the Colts and the Browns. If Denver just wins against the Colts and the Browns, that's going to put them at 9 wins right there. And Miami would be at 7 wins if they won their next 2. It is too little too late for Miami. It is what it is. They're playing Green Bay on Thanksgiving, and they have the Texans and the 49ers. Texans and 49ers will be tough because the Niners are still trying to get in. Um, then they have Cleveland. They have the Jets. Wow. There goes Hill. There goes Hill. Touchdown Ravens. Justice Hill touchdown. Wow. 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 Chargers defense is struggling. They are struggling right now. Dillman is down right now. All right. Extra point For Tucker is good. All right. Well, the Chargers, they're gonna need to take a shot. They're gonna need to take a shot here. Let's see. Both Ladd McConkey and Will Dissly with a 10-yard reception. Justin Herbert, 10-plus yard completed pass and a 10-yard rush. Ten-yard completed pass and a 10-yard rush. All right. The Perna curse is real. I should have listened to you and left Henry out. Fuck me. Off topic, but the Celtics scored 51 points in the second quarter. Hee hee ho ho. 51 points in the second quarter, my God. Yeah, the Chargers don't give up rushing touchdowns. I mean, but I still think Derrick Henry could get in. Derrick Henry is one of the few rushers in the NFL that his yard per carry actually goes up as the game goes on because he's just such a powerful runner that he wears defenses down. And I could see the Ravens kind of going into running the clock mode, and Derrick Henry ends up breaking one on accident for a touchdown. I could see that happen. It actually happened to Saquon Barkley last night. And the week before, it happened at the Chargers on Sunday night against the Bengals. They were just running the clock for setting up a field goal, and they ended up breaking like a 50-yard rushing touchdown. All right, this is going to be returned out of the end zone. Uh-oh. This is going to be a good return all the way to the 45. I mean, that's how you spark your team. It's still a two-possession game. Wow. Look at Justin Tucker at Texas. Game-winning field goal to beat Texas A&M in 2011. All right, 1st and 10. Herbert looking to throw. Has a lot of time. Now firing. McConkey. Oh, they're going to call a push off. They're going to call a push off on McConkey. Come on. That's not a push off. Yes. Penalty decline. Let's go. All right. Boom. Now, why are the officials still meeting? Yeah. Now the pass is so he only had 1 foot in, and that's what it looked like on the camera because he had right when he caught that ball, he took his foot up. So here's Herbert taking a deep shot downfield. Oh, Palmer couldn't locate the football. Palmer. Dr. Pop liking the Ravens. Instead of game-winning field goal, try game-losing field goal to fuck up the Cowboys draft pick. Here we go. Herbert looking. Oh my gosh. He took a shot. Was that below the waist? Oh my gosh. They're gonna decline the penalty. Let's look at this hit. Nope, that's a clean hit. That's a clean hit. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there, and the Chargers need to move the ball here. 3rd and 18. Herbert, deep shot downfield. Flag. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my gosh, they pick up the flag. Oh, that's probably PI. Look at him, he's holding him. How is there not enough contact to pick it up? All right. Well, you're gonna need to make a good special teams play here. And they should have let that bounce. They should have let that ball bounce. That's that's pass interference. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Oh, I don't know about that one, Chuck. Right now we got 46 points scored. $25. Alright, I don't think the Chargers are gonna lose by 14. But if the Ravens score a touchdown on this drive, this game's gonna look like a blowout. Ravens first play from scrimmage. I can't believe they picked up that flag. Handoff to Derrick Henry. I'm just surprised, like, it would've been one thing if they didn't throw the flag, but then to pick up the flag, it's like reversing a call, like, you have to have undisputable evidence to overturn the way it was called on the field, and not only do I think that there was enough there to be a flag, I definitely don't think there was enough there to pick up a flag that was already thrown, but they're gonna have to overcome. 2nd and 5, we're gonna hand it off again, and Derrick Henry is gonna go down after 4 yards, and this is not where you wanna be as a Chargers because obviously the Ravens, they can eat up all of this clock, and if the Chargers wanna blitz right here, go all out, commit to stopping Derrick Henry, Lamar can tuck it himself, but I don't think they get cute. I think they're gonna run it up the middle. Chargers haven't been able to stop them today, and they're gonna run it here, and there it is, first down. Matt built Stafford tough. We're tougher. That's hilarious. That's funny. Cooper forgot how to rush. Ravens top 3 in scoring. The greatest show on turf is the last offense to be this good. Right, 2 seconds left, and they're gonna hand it off to Derrick Henry. Henry's just gonna pick up 5. This is what I'm talking about. 2.4 yards after contact, highest in the NFL since 2016. 5,255 rush yards after contact, most since 2016. Justice Hill and a flag. Oh, man. That is exactly what the Chargers needed. And if you're the Ravens right now, you're like, "Dude, what are you doing? We're running the football. There's no reason to hold. You gotta be smarter than that. We're in a position to put the game away." It would I mean, even if you let your guy come through and hit him at the line of scrimmage, it's still gonna be 3rd and 4 and the clock's running. That is just a bad, bad penalty, and it gives the Chargers new life. stops the clock, and it kinda takes them out of running the football. They probably are gonna do a halfback draw here. Little option play. Lamar. All right, 3rd and 18, and the Chargers call a timeout. Smart. So the Chargers need to score. If they score before the 2-minute warning, then they don't need to kick an onside. But if you're the Ravens, you're gonna run the football here and you're gonna make the Chargers call their 2nd timeout. You're gonna leave them with 1 timeout, score twice. Um, I don't think the Ravens are gonna try to convert this, but hey, I could be wrong. 3:18 left in the 4th. Handoff, and Hill is gonna be tackled in the backfield. Quick timeout, and the Chargers will have 1 timeout, 3 minutes and 14 seconds. If they score before the 2-minute warning, the 2-minute warning would act as a timeout, and they would have 1 more timeout to stop the clock on 2nd down. Then 3rd down, the Ravens would run it again. That would run the clock all the way down 40 seconds, and the Chargers could get the ball with about a minute 10, no timeouts, needing to score. That's only if they can score in less than a minute, 8 seconds. I think you gotta take a shot here on 1st down. Your best chance to win is to take a deep shot. This is the worst passing defense in the league. Take a deep shot downfield, try to complete it, but if not, try to draw a pass interference. You need your offensive line to hold up here, and you need to take a deep shot. Alright. Oh my gosh, Herbert sacked. Flag on the play. Herbert dragged to the ground. Offsides on the defense. So the Ravens, with a couple of penalties late in the game, one one getting rid of a first down, essentially, and the other one getting rid of a sack, both stopping the clock. Herbert, Quentin Johnston, catch the ball, dude. How did he drop that? Herbert? Oh my gosh, he drops it again. This Look at him just dropping this ball. 2 drops in a row. 4 targets, 0 catches. Shoulda caught the last 2. Ravens bringing pressure, and Herbert is sacked. Now you're in onside kick. 4th and 9. Wow, Ladd McConkey. Reliable McConkey comes down with the ball. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So Ladd McConkey at least able to get the ball downfield. That was an 18-yard reception by McConkey. I gotta say, McConkey's your guy. I think you gotta go back to McConkey. It's costing my friend a fantasy playoff spot. He's down 1 point and has Tucker as his kicker. Oh my gosh, that is brutal. That is so brutal. Oh man, that's tough. That is tough. I need a 30-yard completed pass to McConkey and the Chargers to score a touchdown, and I will win 20, 40, 60, 80, $110. I'll win $110. if Herbert completes a 30-yard pass to McConkey, and the Chargers end up scoring on this drive. Yeah, I just got off the phone. My man is not enjoying this game. I wouldn't either, man. All right, Ladd McConkey time. Gotta take a shot. Oh, now Palmer drops it. Off his hands. One of these receivers needs to make a play. Oh, ball perfect. It still hit Palmer right in the hands. Oh, we're gonna call holding, and that's gonna put him back 10 yards. But let's be real, Nick. If you only scored 76 points, there's a lot of reasons you lost. Can't be scoring 76 points. It'd be one thing if you lost like 132 to 133, but 76. All right, McConkey. All right, Disley finds the sideline. Here we go. The Chargers have a game against the Falcons, the Chiefs, the Bucks, and the Broncos coming up. That's a tough stretch. First season under Jim Harbaugh. 7-3 right now. Last year they were 5-12. 10-3 in Michigan. They were 5-7. 13-3 in San Francisco. They were 6-10. I said it with the day that he took the job. The Chargers are a legit program starting now. And even though they didn't win today, I I have a feeling that the Chargers might be playing this same game later. McConkey, quick throw. Now what? Oh, the Chargers using their final timeout. Understandable. The game on the line here on 4th and 6. Wow, Troy Aikman. He doesn't look red anymore. Troy Aikman, for the longest time, was just so red in the face. Oh, that's about it. I mean, he's got, like looks like he got punched in the left eye, but it's about as healthy as I've seen Troy Aikman look in the last 10 years. Here's Herbert. Flag. Palmer was the target. Let's see if they pick this one up too. They've been picking up almost every flag. How is that pass interference, but the other one wasn't? How is that pass interference, but the last one was clean? The one they picked up was way more egregious than that. Herbert steps up. Now he's gonna run it. Gotta go quick. Gotta go quick. Bring in pressure. Herbert. Oh, it stops the clock. They took a shot to the end zone. Ravens brought pressure. Herbert recognized it and let it rip. I mean, he stopped him in the middle of his route. He was trying to he was trying to run straight into the back of the end zone, and he's just straight up stopped him. Johnston fell in the middle of his route. This is like, man, this is just a rough day for him. All right, 3rd and 10, 54 seconds. Chargers need a timeout. Herbert firing off the hand of Palmer. And there's a flag. There's a flag. Pass interference. All right. The 1-yard line. Touchdown, Chargers. Gus Edwards in a touchdown. All right. So that just won me $45 at least. That'll get me to 100. 8-point game right now. This to make it a 7-point game. Wow. Penalty flag for delay of game. How does that happen? On a gotta have it extra point, you're backing it up now. And Nick, I'm I'm glad because me and the ref might have had the same bet in. And wow, that extra point was better than the last. 7-point game. Now it's gonna come down to an onside kick. I don't know if that's a good throw to Mark Andrews, to be honest. 16 for 22, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, 17 rushes. Here we go. Oh my god. Not even close to recovered. And that will likely end the game as Isaiah Likely recovers the football, and that is gonna be your final. The Ravens get a 7-point win over the Chargers. The Chargers are gonna move to 7-4. Um, the Ravens will move to 8-4. Now let's take a look. The Chargers next week. They play the Falcons in Atlanta. Then they play the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, and they're probably gonna lose one of those games, maybe. And then Tampa, and then the Broncos. So this is a brutal stretch. I mean, they could honestly go 2-3 in this stretch. And if that's the case, let's see, 2-3. If they did go 2-3, that would put them at 9-6, but then they still would have games against the Patriots. This is why I say that the playoff teams are already determined, because even if the Chargers lost to the Falcons, lost to the Chiefs, lost to the Broncos, as long as they beat the Bucks or the Falcons, and then so they could go 2-3 in their next 5 games. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot, if they just win one of the following: Falcons, Chiefs, Broncos, Bucks, their next 4 games. If they just win one of those and they beat the Patriots and Raiders, they're gonna be a 10-win. So, this is the position the Chargers have put themselves in by being a 7-win team at this point in the season, where they have 6 remaining games and they only need to win 3. The Raiders and Patriots look like 2 of the easy wins, and then you're just asking them to win 1 of, whether it's the Broncos, Bucks, Falcons, or Chiefs. The Chargers are gonna win 1 of those, okay? Um, so, yeah, I mean, the Chargers are gonna end up being a 10-win team. They are. Now, the Dolphins, who are on the outside looking in, they're 5-6. So, I mean, the Dolphins need to win. They would need to win 6 of the last 6. They basically have to win out with Buffalo, San Francisco, Green Bay, all of that on the schedule. So, and then the Colts. Let's look at the Colts' remaining schedule really quick. Colts would also have to win out. The Colts, they play the Patriots and they play the Broncos, Titans, Giants, Jags. The Colts actually have the, probably the best schedule. Patriots, Titans, Giants, Jags. Those are all likely a Colts win. So if they won those 4 games, that would move them to 9-7, and all of a sudden that Broncos game is huge. But Denver, I mean, even if they won all of their remaining games, they'd be a 10-win team. But even if Denver lost to the Colts, if they beat the Browns, Chargers, Chiefs, and Bengals, they would be an 11-win team. Bengals aren't what they were. They might even rest Joe Burrow. The Chiefs, Week 18, very likely that they're resting their players. The Browns, I think Denver's a better team right now, and I think they're better than the Colts too. So I think the Colts have the best shot of any team to make it, just based on strength of schedule. But every team in the AFC controls their own destiny. What is interesting to actually look at, though, is the Colts are only 2 games back from the Texans. So if the Colts got 2 games on the Texans, and the Colts don't play the Texans. Uh, they lost to the Texans both games, so the Texans had the tiebreaker because they got swept on the season. So you would need the Texans to lose. You would need the Texans to lose 3 games, and the Colts would need to win out. The Texans play the Jags, Dolphins. The Dolphins and Texans. I mean, the Dolphins are going to be playing for the playoffs. But look at this stretch: Dolphins, Chiefs, Ravens. That's a tough stretch for a team that just lost to the Titans. So I don't know, the Colts could be a feisty team and try to win the division, but I I think that the playoffs are pretty much set, but the NFC West is totally up for grabs. The Seahawks are winning the division right now. They're 6-5, but only a 44% chance of making the playoffs. The Cardinals are at 52% chance of making the playoffs, and they're not even in the playoffs. They're on the bubble. The Bucks have a 53% chance. The Bucks right now are 1 game behind the Falcons, but I think the Falcons could really implode and just start losing a ton of football games. And I believe that is going to be the Chargers' next football game is going to be the Falcons. So, man, things are getting spicy. Things are getting spicy. But Nick said, I need the Chiefs to lose another game so the Broncos can remove them from the 7th seed. It would be peak. Please let this happen. Yeah. Well, you need the Chiefs to lose another game so the Broncos can remove them from the 7th seed? Remove who from the 7th seed? Why would the Chiefs losing help Denver? Like, Denver, we will be the 7th seed. Yeah, but it has nothing to do with the Chiefs. If Denver has a better record than the Ravens or Chargers, Denver will be the 6th or the 5th seed. I mean, Denver's not going to catch up to the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to win the division, but the Chargers losing today knocks them down to 7-4. So if the Broncos beat them, then all of a sudden the Broncos would be the 6th seed and the Chargers would be the 7th seed. So they'd be the 2. No, 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 no. they'd be the 2 seed. Who, the Broncos? The Chiefs are 10-1. The Chiefs would need to lose every remaining game essentially left on the schedule for the Broncos to win the division. The Chiefs the Chiefs don't it doesn't really affect Denver. I mean, you're saying you want the Chiefs to be the 2 seed. You want them to lose so Buffalo is the 1 seed. Uh, that's interesting because if the Chiefs are the 1 seed and Denver is the 7 seed, then Denver would have to play Buffalo. But if Denver can beat the Chargers and somehow end up as a 5 seed, then they could end up playing the Texans in the wild card round. If the what I think what we do want is the Steelers to keep winning so that they're the 3 seed, and then the Ravens right now are the 6 seed. They would end up playing the Steelers, and the Texans and Chargers would play, and the Broncos would play the Bills. I don't think anybody wants to play the Bills in the first round, so I get what you're saying. You want Buffalo to be the 1 seed, so we would play the Chiefs. We'd play the Chiefs as the wild card if they lose the 1. I thought you were thinking Denver was gonna be the 1 if the Chiefs lost. I was really confused. Hello, you guys were talking playoff teams, and I'm thinking draft order. That's how bad. Yeah, sorry about that, Bill, but it is a bummer. But we haven't had this talk in 10 years, you know? So, we did our time. We did our time. Um, at least for the Giants, they had a playoff win 2 years ago. It's been a decade for us. So the Ravens now have a 98% chance of winning. Imagine how great it would feel to end the three-peat hopes for Kansas City for Bronco fans. I said it today. I said, "I want the Chiefs," and they were like, "I'm a Chargers fan, and even I think that's stupid." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't really care. I don't think the Chiefs are good." Like the Chiefs might have actually been the worst undefeated team I've seen in my entire life. I've seen, uh, some fluky undefeated teams, but normally they don't make it to 9-0. Um, the Titans with Vince Young were 12-0, I believe, in 2008, if that rings a bell. Vince Young, Titans, 12-0. That Vince Young was replaced by Kerry Collins during the game in 2008. Tennessee went after Young went down in the fourth quarter. Collins led the Titans to a victory over Jacksonville. Yeah, 12-0. He had a glorious 1.5-year run, according to Long, after a humiliating 12 to Titans 2008 record. If I got this right, that is crazy. Holy crap, I didn't get it right. It was 2008. I don't know why I know. No, 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 no. They lost. No, 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 definitely not. Oh wait, this is this year. I was like, oh no, they went 0-3 that year. 2008. 2008. Let's see. Titans 2008 season. Yeah, they were 13-3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they were 10-0. So almost exactly the same as the Chiefs. The Titans might be the second worst 10-0 team I've seen in my life. But the Chiefs are definitely, I think the Chiefs are definitely taking that that award. It's not really an award. It's a pretty bad award. They had wins like 13-10, uh, 19-16. Their first loss of the season was to the Jets, 34-13. Crazy. And wasn't that Brett Favre that handed them that loss? Let's see. Brett Favre. Brett Favre. He had 103.6 quarterback rating. He was 25 for 32 for 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, an uncharacteristic interception. Just kidding. Um, but Vince Young was out. He was hurt, and Kerry Collins got the start. And that could be, I mean, that could be the reason that they got their first loss. But it was the Brett Favre-led Jets that snapped the 10-game winning streak in 2008. And then they went on to finish with a decent 13-3 record after going 3-3 in their final 6. But then they lost to the Ravens 10-13, and the Ravens would move on to the divisional round where they won 27-9 against the Miami Dolphins. And that game was crazy. John Harbaugh was the coach. It's crazy to think how long John Harbaugh has been there. Ed Reed had a 64-yard interception return. Joe Flacco was the quarterback. And the Ravens ended up winning 27-9. And then they would move on to the conference championship, and they would ultimately lose the conference championship to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 14-23, and the Steelers would go on to win the Super Bowl against, I believe, the Arizona Cardinals. 2008 Super Bowl. Wait, no. 2008 was Giants Pats. Well, I guess technically it was 2009, and it was the Cardinals. The Steelers beat the Cardinals 27-23. That was the famous Antonio Holmes toe touch grab at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. And wow, it's crazy because I remember watching that Super Bowl. And man, it's funny because the year the Titans went 10-0 feels like a different year to me, but time just really is distorted when you look back. It's crazy. I'm like mind blown that that was the same year. Years used to be so much longer than they are now. Years go by like that. Back then, a year felt like 5 because at 10 years old, 1 year is 10% of your life. At 30 years old, 1 year is only 3% of your life. So proportionality. Mix it up. I'll root for the Giants to get their QB this draft, Bill. Thanks, Nick. It's funny. I saw an article on how the 2025 QB draft is the worst ever. Well, then maybe the Giants should trade their top pick for two top picks, draft Archie Manning in 2 years. And this year, they can use a first rounder and something else, get a bridge quarterback, and get Archie Manning. Wouldn't that be crazy, though, to have a Manning and then another Manning? I mean, that would just be poetic. You're having a better day than my buddy who just got eliminated by 1 point because the Ravens went for 2 instead of kicking each point Tucker. Hoping for your buddy. That does suck. Did the playoffs, fantasy football, am I in the playoffs now? When did the playoffs start? I don't think my league is doing it. No. That's interesting because my league is different. I'm in first place. Let me show you my league. So here's my league. This is me. Old Dog's New Tricks. And that's Rick. I have a 98% chance of making the playoffs. So playoffs haven't happened yet. Projected playoff bracket. I would get a bye week. And then I would just need to win 1 week, and then I would be in the championship round. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. That would be insane. I don't feel good about my team. Like, I like my team, but I don't know if my team is good enough to win the championship. I'm missing a I'm missing a really good wide receiver. So I had to start Tua this week because Josh Allen's on a bye. So this is my squad: Josh Allen, David Montgomery, Bucky Irving. I started because Breece Hall was on a bye, but he's starting to really come into form. He's probably going to be my flex from now on. So it'll be David Montgomery, Breece Hall, and then I'll flex Bucky Irving. TJ Hawkinson will be my tight end. Denver, Chris Braswell, best kicker in the game, number 2 defense. But then my wide receivers, this is my this is what's holding me back from winning a championship. I have T. Higgins, which is like an amazing wide receiver. Fantasy-wise, he's great. But my other one, it's like Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Jerry Jeudy. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do. And I have Xavier Worthy. I could just keep riding. I'll probably go DeAndre Hopkins, or I could stick with Jaden Reed. But Jaden Reed is such a boom bust type of player. I just don't know. Jerry Jeudy, though, look at Jerry Jeudy's production with Jameis Winston. I mean, look, you've got 11 targets in 2 of his last 3 games with Jameis Winston. I mean, anytime you're getting 11 targets, look, 26 points, 14. He had 6 catches on 6 targets, 14 and a half. So Jerry Jeudy is starting to potentially make himself a reliable flex. But It's still not ideal, but who knows? I mean, one of these guys has a good week right when I need him to. Remember DeAndre Hopkins? He had like a 27-point game, 28.6. So I mean, it's all about just having a good week when you're in that championship round. But I did ultimately win, so I'm going to move to 8-4, and I believe, uh, in my league, I still have 2 games remaining. So that was this week. So our playoffs start week 15, which is kind of BS because by week 17, sometimes players are being benched, which can really screw you for the playoffs. I mean, if the Lions clinch the number 1 seed by week 17, I'm not gonna have David Montgomery. And if the Eagles clinch the number 2 seed or, like, think about it, if the Lions clinch the number 1 seed, then the Eagles are gonna rest their starters because they're gonna be locked in the number 2 seed. There's no way for number 3 seed to catch them. The second best record in the NFC is, like, 4 games back. Yeah, because remember, the Vikings and Packers, they have the best records, but they automatically dropped to 5 and 6 because they didn't win their division. So you would need the Seahawks or Falcons to, you know, gain 3 games on the Eagles. So if the Lions clinch week 17, the Eagles are gonna be so far out of reach from the Seahawks and Falcons that the Eagles might bench their starters too, and now I don't have even more players. And the same could happen if Josh Allen gets benched. So, and the Chiefs, too, with DeAndre Hopkins. So I'm just hoping that each team has something to play for at least until week 18. But I just clinched the 4. They haven't stayed with the league is having a bid on. There's 1 9-win guy, 2 8-win teams, 2 sevens, 2 6 and the less than 8s. Maybe that means you guys are all just really good and you're beating each other because you're all so good. Oh, can't show that. That was YouTube. But the Ravens, they get the win. They really put the Chargers in their place. The Chargers were feeling really good about themselves, but this was one of those games where the Chargers did not measure up to the Ravens, and the Ravens were coming off a bad loss to the Steelers. It was very important that they got this win because they're playing the Eagles next week, and the way the Eagles look right now, I just want us all to take a moment and remember the game we're going to get next week because 25 years from now, when your kids or your grandkids ask you what it was like watching Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry play, you can remember this game when 2 teams that were Super Bowl favorites, that were led by the ground and pound attitude by 2 Hall of Fame running backs, went at each other week 13. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be like Terrell Davis versus Barry Sanders or something remarkable like that. You just might not have these moments very often. You know, it's not like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, where you know there's going to be a ton of them. Derrick Henry, who knows? He probably's got like what 4 more years left, 3 more years left. Saquon Barkley has a lot more, but I don't remember the last time. When did the Giants play? 2022. In 2022, that was the last time Saquon Barkley went against Derrick Henry. Saquon Barkley had 18 carries for 164 yards, and the Giants won the game 21-20, and that was week 1 of the season. The Titans, led by Ryan Tannehill, would actually lose the game. 21 carries for Derrick Henry, only 82 yards. So Saquon Barkley, doubled Derrick Henry's yardage the last time that they played. Let's see, 2021 they didn't play. 2020 they had a game in the preseason, but it was canceled. 2019 they did not play. 2018. All right, so 2018 was the time before 2022. Eli Manning was the quarterback. The Titans won the game 17-0. Saquon Barkley had 14 carries for only 31 yards. 31 yards. And Derrick Henry had 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. So one game Derrick Henry went off and the Titans won. The other game Saquon Barkley went off and the Giants won. So unless I'm missing something, Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley have gone against each other twice, and they've split the series against each other, not just with their team wins, but with their individual performance as well. So just a little fun nugget of information going into the Eagles-Ravens game. But as always, you guys can follow me on X at NFL with Kyle, and we are going to be having our top five coming out tomorrow. We're gearing up for the postseason, so I just had Thanksgiving last weekend. I do it early now so that I'm able to stream the football games on Thanksgiving. I'm not sure which ones I'll be doing, but I'll definitely let you guys know. But I'll be here in a week, so I will see you guys soon. The next time I see you guys will probably be on Thursday for football. But Rick's computer still at Best Buy getting repaired from the Geek Squad. But we both just want to extend our happy holidays to you guys and your family, and just we hope that you guys enjoy spending time with your family this Thanksgiving, and that you have a lot to be grateful for, and we're definitely grateful for you guys. So thank you guys for being a part of all this, and we will see you guys on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Have a great night. I'll see you guys soon. See ya!